Okay, you have to download this app. It's called Yuka. It's got a little carrot on it. Amazing freaking app. So you essentially can scan everything in your kitchen, in your bathroom that has a barcode or a label, and determine whether it's safe and healthy for you, whether it's going to be an endocrine disruptor, so a hormone damaging disruptor, whether it's got carcinogens or linked known carcinogens or suspected allergens, things that are going to irritate you in your body or increase inflammation, increase estrogen and decrease testosterone, or just completely wipe your cortisol levels long term. So this is the app. You open it up. Let's just pretend I'm shopping at Woolworths. I press the bottom right hand barcode, and pretend I'm at Woolworths. You can actually just scan everything that you see here. I'll scan a few items and then just put them together and let you know, like, I'll give you a demonstration. So let's just pretend I'm buying deodorant at the store. This is a classic Nivea, black and white. Don't want to get any stains, so I'll get this version. Let me scan this. How good is it? Wow, it's 6 out of 100 in terms of health and safety. Why is it so bad? Because it's got these ingredients. So it's got cyclomethicone, which is a endocrine disruptor. So this is it. It gives you all the information for you. I didn't have to touch any of this. So it's toxic for reproduction. So silicone is. Trace of fiber long-term exhibited endocrine disruptive properties. So this is the thing, like, I'm putting this underneath my armpits, right underneath my my lymph nodes in my armpits, where whenever you get cancer, you don't want to hear, oh, is it reaching your lymph nodes? Because that just spreads throughout your entire body. So I've got this a literal endocrine disruptor, hormone manipulator into my body every single day, every time I work out. And that's it. Like, if we look back at the label, this thing lasts for 48 hours. This thing is on my skin for 48 hours, disrupting my hormones. So that's the thing. When I went shopping and I scanned everything that I could in terms of deodorants, and this is the best one I could find, 100 out of 100, the charcoal magnesium version. It's literally got nothing bad in it. And that's the thing, like, some of the limitations of this app is that I found, like, with toothpaste, it doesn't list fluoride as a bad thing, even though we know fluoride is like a labeled known neurotoxin. But that's where it has its limitations. And with food, it's really amazing with food, but the only limitation, it doesn't bring up like polyunsaturated fats or like seed or vegetable oils as bad for you, which we know they're very bad for you in terms of estrogenics. I'll do another video, one sec. Doing another video. So I've done this video about 4 times, but it's just not saving. So I'm just doing it in multi little spurts. So let's have a look. I've got bathroom soaps. So this is a classic one that you usually find anywhere at Coles or Woolworths, and it's just like, okay, you might get it for half price. This is something that's just been sitting in the bathroom for a while of this house. And if we look at the actual code, so this is just a classic one here, something that I'll probably get, like just a body wash. 35 out of 100. Why is this so bad? Let's have a look. So it's got a couple of moderate risks, several low risks, and 9 other ingredients that are no risk. Let's have a look at these. So moderate risk, potential irritant, potential carcinogen. Okay. Not exceed shampoos, form carcinogenic impurities, even if impose limits on formation of these impurities. So it's just something that we want to stay away from. As you can see, it's got scientific sources of like papers that are reviewed based on this particular ingredient. I keep seeing this. So it's potential endocrine disruptor, potential allergen and irritant. Beautiful. It's got a few things here. Effects hormone infertility, fertility, liver and blood toxicity. So this is what it's meant for. So it's leave-on cosmetic products. So it's something we don't want. This is going to be huge for the ladies that watch this video. Or if there's a guy watching the video, you've got a missus. The makeup that she's wearing. This app covers makeup, and it's so toxic. Some of these things that people are putting in their skin. This is something I found. So like this one here, this deodorant that I showed you before, this is expensive. It says $8 or $9 versus $2 or $3. This was $2 versus like $6 or $8 for this. And it's amazing. Let me have a look, scan it up. 93 out of 100. So the only thing is this one ingredient, EDTA. I think it's not a bad thing. It's just that it can leave your skin vulnerable for other things to get into it. So if I use this soap, I just don't want to be using it with other products that have nasty chemicals in it. And that's it. Like this thing might have that one ingredient in it, and then all the other ingredients in this soap would then be more susceptible to getting into your skin, which is freaking crazy to think about. I did scan a bunch of other body products. Let me see if I can zoom out. This is when I was in Woolworths and like losing my mind out of like, because of this app, and I was looking at different things. So this is another stick, Brute, 22 out of 100, sorry. It's got triclosan. If we have a look at this, endocrine disruptor having effects on thyroid hormones, and estrogen. It may increase the risk of infertility. And that's just one ingredient that you'll put on my skin and leave there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So it's awful products. I was looking at soaps at one point, so botanical body wash, so something that you'd see. I think everyone's seen this brand. It's got this in it, so potential endocrine disruptor. Blood, liver, finally, not suitable for kids. It's got a bunch of studies. Pretty bad stuff. Transparent soap, 0 out of 100. So it's literally got a hazardous material in there. It's a proven endocrine disruptor, so it's not a potential one. It's proven, bad on sex hormones and affects fertility and development. So this is just soaps. This is just, that's soap and detergents. Also have like some foods here. We're back. Okay, so just classic ones. So let's just say I've got, this is like something you'd put in a soda stream, but it's literally got all the ingredients that a normal Pepsi Max would have. And you'd be shocked to see what is in, like, and this accounts for like Diet Coke, Coke Zero, all that fun stuff. 39 out of 100. Okay, so what has it got? Oh my God, it's got 11 negative ingredients. 5 of them are hazardous. So you saw the soap and shampoos, they only had 1 hazardous thing. This is something that's going into our body. Sweetener. What's this sweetener associated with? Metabolic disorders such as glucose intolerance. Okay, we don't want to have any. That doesn't sound too bad, doesn't it? Sweetener, aspartame, promoting the risk of cancer or premature birth, also triggers migraines. Okay, that's awful. Sodium benzoate, byproduct of benzoic acid, you trigger gastrointestinal disorders, skin reactions, asthma attacks, central nervous system. Okay, and promote hyperactivity and attention deficit disorder in children. Oh my fucking God. And that's it. Like, that's just 3 ingredients out of everything that I've gone into here. Artificial flavor is just one of the ingredients, but it's low risk, so it's just an artificial thing. Citric acid is okay. And that's just one little thing. Imagine like how many people are drinking like 5 or 6 Pepsi Maxes a day. This, surprisingly, I was thinking tomato sauce, surely that's bad, but it's reduced salt and sugar. And the actual ingredients are great in this thing. So it's 90 out of 100. And the only thing is, like, all the ingredients are great. It's an excellent product. The only thing is it's probably got a tiny bit of sodium, low sodium, excellent quality. This is a fantastic product. Some of the other products just have extra, like this doesn't have any food coloring that's unnatural. Like I'm looking at the ingredients list here: salt, spice extract, food acid, sugar. Sugar's probably the only thing bringing that down to a 90. Versus this is what I found in the cupboard. I actually don't know. I don't eat this stuff, but this was just in this cupboard here. Oh God, get ready for this. 42 out of 100. Oh God. 5 risky additives, and it's very calorie dense for a source. So 2 hazardous. God, let's have a look. Possible carcinogenic to humans since 1987. Holy shit. Endocrine disruptor and cause allergic reactions. Caramel, probiotic compounds. So here you go. This is the food coloring, brown yellow color. Toxic to the immune system, potentially. So this, I just want to reiterate, it's something that I brought up quite a lot in the modules on the computer in terms of like endocrine disruptors. Red food coloring, or red yellow food coloring, it's associated with the phytoestrogens or estrogenetics, synthetic estrogens that are really bad for the body. I think it's in one of the top 10 places that we'll find exogenous estrogens, so synthetic unnatural estrogens that are going to mimic and affect our bodies in a negative way. This is just a classic protein bar that you'll find in a Coles, Woolworths, petrol station. 39 out of 100. Now, why is it that? It's because it's got a couple of additives, and that's it. Like I know what I'm doing calorie wise. Okay, it's got 1 moderate risk. Let's have a look at that. 1 moderate risk. Oops. And it's a texturizing agent. It's emulsifier, so it's linked to autoimmune disorders, allergies, and inflammatory diseases. Promote the development of colon cancer potentially. So this is the thing. I know that a little bit of that isn't too bad whatsoever, but what I actually did is I looked at the actual ingredients. Okay, where's this emulsifier coming from? Flavored ingredients. So the emulsifier is actually a soy-based emulsifier as well. And what we know is that soy-based protein is actually a awful phytoestrogen count, which is going to boost your unnatural estrogen hormone balance in your body. So any protein bar that has any amount of soy in it, I want you to freaking throw it in the bin, get rid of it. And this was just a classic airplane jelly light, low sugar, so it's somewhat healthy. The calories are good. This is what I want to emphasize. The calories are good on this, but it's got that red food coloring. Here we go. It's got beef gelatin, which is good. Sweetener's pretty bad. The food, the flavored, the colors are what bring this down. Let's have a look. 4 hazardous materials. Can we just look at how many ingredients this has? So 8, 9, has 13 ingredients in just a little jelly packet. 4 hazardous. The sweetener, metabolic disorders, so that's come up a couple of times. Sweetener, here we go. Food coloring, and this risky one here. So blotchy skin, dermatitis, asthma, conjunctivitis. So definitely, what I've gone and done is gone through my pantry. I've thrown out all of my red food color dye foods, and that brings me to this. Sprinkles, basic sprinkles that you get in a Coles or Woolworths. I'm never touching these again. Why? 5 out of 100. Holy crap. Why? 6 hazardous materials. And this is the thing, like imagine like we're putting this on fairy bread for kids. We grew up on these little kind of sprinkles. But again, like they come with these food coloring is so hazardous to your hormones, associated with attention deficit disorder, toxic to the genome. So literally toxic to the DNA structures in your body. It's cytotoxic to your cell's potential. And that's it, because we've associated sprinkles with birthdays and happiness, and it's innocent, and they're only small, they're only little. They are fucking toxic as shit. They're dangerous hormone disruptors, and we have to break the stigma of thinking something, get over it. It's just a little bit of sprinkles, like surely you're just overreacting. No, these are dangerous fucking bullshit items that are being passed through it's not food. I want you to realize that is not food. That is chemicals masking as food in a profit organization. This I didn't eat this. This is just like a storage thing that was been in the pantry, but someone ate it. Now, this blew me away. 0 out of 100 for Blue Ribbon ice cream. The main reason here, as we can see, there's no like risky additives, but this app, what it also does is also shows you, look, it's got a lot of fat compared to what it should be. It's calorie dense, and there's a shit ton of sugar. So this is the benefit of this app. And as you can see, it's got a couple of positives: low sodium, a tiny amount of protein. It's not much, to be honest, but the additives, so it's less so much about the additives. Texturite, so it's emulsifier, and more so about the other products. Let's have a look at the actual ingredients. If we look at the actual ingredients, buttermilk, glucose, syrup, reconstituted, emulsifier, bang. Now we know that emulsifiers aren't too good for us, and it's got a bit of color in it. Not too bad. So if anything, did I show you the cancer one? No, I'll press stop and I'll do another video. The sunscreen, so follow my screen here. When I went to Coles and Woolworths, I did a huge run through the aisles of foods that I usually eat, and then I got to the sunscreen section, and I know I've heard so many times that sunscreen is actually not very good for you. And I was like, oh, surely that's not the case. And like, actually, I know the science behind it. Like, I've studied it quite extensively, but it's taboo to talk about this because obviously we all know people who've been affected by cancer, especially skin cancer here in Australia. And that to even suggest that sunscreen itself is causing that cancer is a bit blasphemy. But the actual thing is what I've done a bit of research as well. And the actual cancer, and this app does it for you on the other hand as well. So I'm just going to bring this up. So I scanned banana boat sensitive SPF 50. It's got 2 hazardous materials. This isn't a potential endocrine disruptor. This is a known endocrine disruptor. A UV filter exhibiting endocrine disruptive effects that may alter the function of hormones. Has effect on sex hormones and thyroid function, which affects weight loss, your ability to burn fat. So that's a known endocrine receptor. This is a potential endocrine disruptor. So it literally causes sun allergies, or it's been linked to. This is a daily moisture. This is 4 out of 100. Potential endocrine disruptor. So it's the same one. Potential endocrine disruptor. Who is suspected of endocrine disruption? Polyethanol, irritant, potential endocrine disruptor, potential allergen. Sweet. I think there's another one I was looking at as well. Tinted facial sunscreen, endocrine disruptor. So using similar ingredients, as you can see. And then I found this one, natural clear zinc sunscreen, 100 out of 100. I was like, why is this so good? Apparently zinc oxide is just a natural UV repellent, and this was SPF 50. It did cost a little bit more, but in my eyes, worth it, 100% worth it. I did look at other products, as you can see. This is again, we're putting this on our body, it's staying on our skin. Our skin is a massive absorbent, which you just don't think about. Like the skin, it's one of, if not the biggest organ in the body. So this is something that, a diet, right, this is something I have in the house that I scanned, but it's got 2 hazardous materials and 3, so what's this got? Metabolic disorders, weight control, So it's up for grabs. It's just a sweetener. The powdered peanut butter, it was great. All the ingredients on this were freaking amazing. The only thing is it says it's calorie dense, but this compared to actual peanut butter, it's 1/3 of the calories versus actual peanut butter. And beautiful. I was just looking at other ingredients throughout my house. What else? This is so this is what I did. This ingredient, this product wasn't on my it wasn't scannable. So I've got an example here for you. So this is just a random protein powder. It says product unknown. So what you can do is just click and fill in the information, type the name of the product, and literally you just take a photo of this, and then you take a photo of the ingredients list. In the app itself, whether it's like artificial intelligence or whether it's like just scanning software technology, it'll analyze every single ingredients list that you have on that product. It'll upload it to its database, and then it'll tell you whether it's good or bad or not. So I did that with this food product when I was walking in Coles. It was butter chicken. All the ingredients on here looked freaking amazing on this butter chicken. So I was like, wow, I'm gonna try it out. And yeah, the only quote unquote bad thing was just a little bit calorie dense, but it had decent protein intake. So it was, I think it was 30 grams for the whole thing. So I had the whole thing, it was about 500 calories for 30 grams. It's not too bad, but all the ingredients were really amazing on that particular item versus, so for example, like these almond milks, I've been really diving deep into the ingredients list of all my products lately. And this particular almond milk, it says 88 out of 100. So it says it's fantastic. It's not even bringing up the ingredients list. That's how fantastic it is. But if I look at the ingredients itself, sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is a known polyunsaturated fat. Does it come up on here? So it's 0.9 polyunsaturated. So even though it's 0.9 on here, I'm staying well clear and away from any and all sunflower oil or polyunsaturated vegetable fat oils, unless they're olive oil, unless they're coconut oil, unless it's like some exotic macadamia nut oil. I'm staying away from it all because it's actively terrible for your body. It's stripping your body out of its already probably low vitamin E levels. I found this one, and this one here. This is the brand. This is brand almond milk, but compared to every other almond milk, all the popular ones, this was the only. So here you go. This is 94 out of 100. The other one was 80 or 88 out of 100. No synthetic herbicides, as we can see, which the other ones can't always guarantee. And if I look at the ingredients list, filtered water, organic almonds, organic brown rice, calcium carbonate, sea salt, and natural flour. So literally, if we look at the polyunsaturated fat, less than 1 gram, same as this. That's the thing, that there was 0 polyunsaturated vegetable fat oils being used in this product. So I'm going for this every single time, which I'm going to be teaching you more about in the module, in the video, in all these modules, all the work coming out in the upcoming future. The little ingredients list. So this essentially cuts out all the guesswork of you having to guess, oh, is this good, is this bad? This one, if we look at this paleo mix that I bought a little while ago, It says it's 90 out of 100, so it's excellent. It just says it's calorie dense. But after you've done your research and you've gone through my new modules, flaxseed bran, or sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, oh my fuck, flax, gold, crumble. The only thing that isn't bad on here is probably chia seeds and just a little bit of almonds. This is such an estrogen boosting in a negative way. This is an estrogen fucking time bomb, putting this in my fucking body. Fuck you. And not that estrogen is bad, but as you've seen throughout all my other modules and what I've been talking about, this gives me fake estrogen symptoms, not symptoms, but reactions in my body, which is directly detracting from my testosterone levels, let alone fucking up my my healthy amount of cortisol levels in my body, let alone fucking up like all the benefits I'd get from having high testosterone as a man. Women, it affects mood, it affects blood flow, it affects like not only just hormones associated with being pregnant, but if we really think about like how does that affect osteo density in your body, it retracts essentially. So like the excess estrogens, the phytoestrogens, they're fucking us up, and I'm on a mission to stop it. So cheers guys, thanks so much for bearing through these videos. It's worth it. Download the app obviously, and go scan some stuff in your bathroom and in your kitchen if you're and ladies, scan this in your makeups.